Thank you for being here. If it's your first time, welcome back if you've been here before. I did not intend on doing this video today. I just did another video because I just needed to get some stuff off my chest. So we're going to do look number 1 with our Martine Cosmetics Mission XXX inspired Lethal palette. So what I did was, well, I'll tell y'all about that while we're doing the look, so that way this part isn't too long. But we are going to do the first look we did with Mission XXX, and I'm excited, so let's get into it. We're going to start with Rise from the Ashes, this shade here. So what I did was I looked at the pictures of the looks I did with the Mission XXX palette, and there were only 10, y'all, and I had that palette for over 2 years, a little bit over 2 years, and I'm just like, that's all I did with this, as much as I like that palette. And so I looked at it and I wrote down the color, or what the color to me looked like. And then I pulled out my label that has the shades in here and figured out what would be the closest one. And from the swatch party, you saw that the colors are not exact, they're not dupes. And so that's why this is called the Inspired Mission XXX palette, because it is not dupes. I think there were 3 shades that it looked like, okay, yeah, that's really close. But the rest were like, nah, that ain't really it. But it'll be fun to play with it though. And so that's how we came up with this. So we are going to do 10 looks. When I started using Mission XXX, I think the first 2 videos, one video was looks 1 and 2, and the other one was 3 and 4. And then I think we started just doing like one video like per look. I don't know if we're going to do that here or not. Now we're going to take BYOP, which is, where is that? This shade right here. And we're going to put this on the center of the lid. And so I am excited though, to see like what these looks will look like. And at the end of the video, I will put up a picture over here of what look number 1 was. And keep in mind, oh, you know what? I will also do look number 2. We're overlapping to blend. We are going to do look number 2 in this video. Well, a second clip, since those 2 are in the same picture. And so, and we're going to see like how close they are or are not. And what I was wondering also is, are some of these looks going to look similar? Because we did, this is condensed to 12 shades, Mission XXX at 18. And we did use all 18 quite a bit. Well, not quite a bit because we only did 10 shades. But, I mean 10 looks. But, so yes, I'm wondering, because that had like 3 grays in it, I think. It had 4, maybe 5 different greens. This one doesn't. 2 grays and 2 greens, and then a couple shifty shades. So I am excited to start playing with this and just to see how close we get. And I don't think we're going to be super close because these are not dupes except for 3 of the shades, but I'm still excited nonetheless. And so I even wrote down the lip colors that we used, but I think I'm gonna do an ombre lip for this one because we used a brown lipstick for the first 2 looks. No, yeah, for the first 2 looks with Mission XXX. And so yeah, I have notes here as yeah, because I wrote it down. And then we're going to take this shade, which to me, like it's green, but then it's not, and it's not quite a flip. But it's just maybe a play on the light, like this one here. And maybe it is a dual chrome, I don't know. But we're going to take that, because it was a green on the outer lid, but it was a deeper green than this one. So we're going to take this one, and I meant to tap off and I missed the pan. I missed the palette. So we're going to put this over here. Oh, that's a nice shape. And then watch the other side be way different. I really need to figure it out, like, what I'm doing or like how. And I know it's because the angle is different because I'm reaching over where this side I'm just here, and so that's part of it, but I still can do it. When I work on clients, everything is really even because I'm in front of them, just, you know, and not having to cross over like I'm doing for this. This is nice. This is exciting. We're going to blend this. I think we're going to take that brush that had that center shade on it and bring that over top of this green or whatever. The shade is called Ether. But the face is done because I did a video before this that I didn't intend to do, and I'm just like, I need to get some stuff off my chest, and I'm hoping it will help people. And that video topic, I am not planning on it being a regular thing on here, but just as things hit me, and I'm just like, yeah, I need to talk about this. And as even as with my makeup videos, you know, I do things hoping it's going to be helpful. And so that was the purpose of that one, because there was about a week or so ago, like I was really struggling and I had to figure that out. And what I figured, I'm like, you know what, this might help other people. And so, yeah. I didn't put it on my mental health channel, which I haven't posted on there in forever. And sometimes I do think to start doing videos for that. And I'm just like, the brush that had BYOP, is this BYOP? Yeah, this one is BYOP right here. And so, you know, just as stuff hits me, or if there's something particular, I don't even want to really say if it's something particular you want to hear me talk about, because again, this is not a political channel. And is my opinion really that important? Because whatever's going to happen is going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Who's in office is who's in office, and stuff that's being written is stuff that's being written. And so is my opinion really that important? I like, oh, look at how this is blending. Oh, I'm glad I'm doing this tonight. Thank y'all for being here. I didn't do the intro. I'll do it in the next clip. This, like, look at this shift. This is just, I hope y'all are seeing what I'm seeing. Man, I love it when this happens. I'm like, oh, now we're going to take, this shade, because it was a gray on the first half of the transition area and a yellow on the second half. But if this shows up dark, y'all, it's going to throw off the look or not. And so I did just tap the tip of the brush in here, and that's all we're going to do. We're going to take this about halfway. Oh, that's nice. And I keep saying that like I'm surprised. And when I try to recreate other looks I've done or looks inspired by, part of me is like, is it going to look anything like that? And I really don't think this does, because of BYOP. And that shade was, yeah, well, it was a green-brown shifty shade. So maybe we'll see. So I'm excited to see like how this turns out. I am. Y'all see my face. I'm excited. I'm in my happy place. And now we're going to take this shade, which is Helio. And we're going to tap straight in. And we're just going to put a line right here. And that's not showing up much, which is okay. It did show up a little bit. The gray in that, well, you'll see it when I put up the picture. Yeah, that came down too far. So I'm going to go back with BYOP, and put that there. So yeah, this is what we're doing. This is nice. Why did my voice get so quiet? I like this. The yellow we used in that palette, and then I get loud again, right? It did show up a little bit more than this one, but I like that this isn't like super bright, and that's what made it a good transition shade for me. So we are, we're going to take the brush that BYOP. We're not going to put any more on here. Yeah, we are. So we're going to tap in, and we're going to just bring BYOP up a little bit further. Oh, I like that. Okay, and we're going to do the same thing over here, just so that doesn't look dusty. I can see the yellow, and it's like just right. I'm going to take the brush that had the green on it, Ether, this shade, and we're just going to just pat right here for this area right here. We're going to take BYOP, the brush that BYOP on it again, because I'm seeing, I want to just round this off. And I think if I were to do this look again, I would just take that light gray, well, this gray, like all the way over, and not put the yellow here. But that would be a nice buff out shade. I like this look. Oh, I like this look. We're also going to take Ether onto the lower lash line. And for this, I am going to use the mirror in the palette. And so I hope that you can see what I'm doing. I think you can. Let me know what you think. And I am excited to see at the end of this video, like how close. I don't think that look was like this. That one, if my memory is correct, it was a lighter look than this one. Because even though the center shade is light, but it has that brown shift in it. Like here it looks light, but then like here, like it's dark over here, and then it's dark over here. But you know, we'll see. If they are similar, I'm gonna be so excited because this is supposed to be inspired by that. So if we can make it look like it's really inspired by that, why'd I go look like? I'm tripping. I'm excited, y'all, and I'm hungry. I had breakfast, I had lunch, I did not have dinner. I set my face, and I do have some fallout, but you know what? We're just gonna put on some more of, I'm sweating, that's what it is. Oh my gosh, I can feel it. So let me not do this because it might pull off my foundation. We're gonna put more of the Hourglass finishing powder, because the one I used is luminous. I feel like I'm tilted. Is a luminous one. So we're going to do that. We're going to finish off the rest of the face. We're going to do upper lash line, mascara, and we're going to do the lip, and then we'll be back with the finished look. This is our finished look, y'all. We did an ombre lip. It was just this color brown lip in the look, but we're going to do that. We're going to try this today for the first time. The Fenty spray. As much as I love Scandinavia, I'm like, why? It is very fine. I can, there's a scent. I can barely feel it, which is good. You got it in my nose. You got it in my nose. The mist is very fine. I do like that. I can barely feel it. We won't know until the summertime. Like, this is this really, it's supposed to be, you know, sweat proof, well, sweat resistant, oil resistant, a whole bunch of other resistance. But I won't know that until the summer when it's hot out and I start to sweat, or a hot day in here sitting in front of these mirrors. But it felt very nice going on. Some of the reviews after the fact, when I purchased it, I was reading reviews, and some people said, you know, their face started breaking out, and I'm like, oh. But anyway, this is the look, y'all. I am digging it. This is nice. This is nice. And I did put a green for upper lash line. For the first few videos with Mission XXX, I used a black. And I think that's before or around the time when I started to get into the different color eyeliners for upper lash line. And then also the first couple videos, it was like a new lip. And then towards the end, you know, there were some black lipsticks. And so I think I was kind of coming into my own. Because after doing the first 4 looks or so, I had ran through everything in that palette. So it's like, okay, now let me amp up and do, you know, different color lips and stuff. But I love this look, y'all. I'm going to put the picture here because if I wait till after we do the second one, we might forget what the first one looked like. So this is, let me slide over here. So this is look number 1, inspired by. And we'll do the same thing after look number 2 to see how close they are. Yeah, so I'm being silly. So hang tight and we'll be back. We're going to jump straight into look 2. I did the same, I used all the same products for the face as I used yesterday, so I would not have to do another flat lay, because this being 2 looks in one video, there was no way I was going to be able to do all that. So, and we have out the same brushes. I did wash them all, but we're using the same brushes. We do not have transition shades for this look, so those brushes we will not use. And so I'm still on the fence whether the first look looked like the first Mission look or not. But anyway, for look number 2, we're going to take Rise from the Ashes, because it was a shimmer gray, and it was a lighter gray than this, because there were like 3 grays, I think, in Mission XXX. But this is what we got. And I could have put a matte shade there, but I like my inner corner to be shiny, unless I'm doing like an all matte look, which this is not. I'm excited about this because we're using Exosphere, which is this shade right here. So it's purple and then it's blue. It's a beautiful shade. Actually, all of these shades in here are beautiful. So that's all we're going to do with that. Now we are going to take Cryptic, this shade right here, because it was a bright green shimmer. Y'all, I don't know if I had put this all over the lid in any other look. Oh my gosh, that is so pretty. This would look nice next to this. Well, actually, all of these would look nice next to all of them, in my opinion. Let me know what you think, because this is a very cohesive palette. It does look like everything would go together. This is a beautiful shade. We're going to overlap to get our blend, and then I am going to go back to the brush that had Rise from the Ashes on it. Oh, that's pretty. And pull that over a little bit. And so Y'all, this is nice. I am going to take this up higher, but let me get it on the other side first, because we do have the Fenty primer on. I was going to put groundwork on top of the Fenty primer, and then I said no, because I didn't do that yesterday. And since we're using all the same exact products we used yesterday, I'm like, no, we're not going to do that. I don't have an opinion yet about the spray. We are going to use it after we do this look. This shade is pretty. And it is buildable to some extent. And, you know, I wonder if I use a sponge tip, would it amp it up? Do we want to see? But this shade in person, in the mirror down here, and it may be because it's shady down here, it looks very bold, very bright. Let me see. Even I am content with it the way that it is. So let's see. I started to tap off and then I didn't. No, let me know if that, I don't know. I don't know if that did anything. And not that I was really wanting it to. Yeah, it did. Before I blended out, yeah, I did see it amplified a bit. This is nice, but I do need to take it up higher because there's a lot of space up here. This is nice. Y'all, I can tell y'all right now I'm in love with this palette. We're just feathering just to bring this up a little bit. Part of me thought to put groundwork up here because it does blend into my complexion, and that would take care of if it looks like too much space up here under the brow. Y'all, why I got this one eyebrow that's like straight, sticking straight up this way? Like, it's just, so if I can't get it to lay down, because when I put on my skincare, my serums and creams, I do go over my brows, and usually that will tame it. But I don't know why today it's not tamed. Like, I don't know. We're not going to take the brush with Rise from the Ashes. We're going to bring this in a little bit further. And so this is what we got. I'm going to take a little bit more of this to feather up here. This side I like. Excuse me, y'all, it is warm in here. I think my thermostat is on 71. And I do notice these lights because I just now started sweating like a few moments ago. Outside, like an hour or so ago, it was 40 degrees here. So I do think maybe it's now like 38. So we are still definitely in winter here in Delaware. We're going to put that brush down. We're going to take, do I have any fallout? No. Let me see. Outer corner was a bold purple. We don't have, well, this way it looks like a bold purple, but then it looks blue. Oh, love this shade. And so looking at it, you would be like, why are there 3 blues if you're counting this one? But this one is not just blue. So we're going to put this out here. I don't know if these looks are dupes. And it is an inspired by palette. And so that's okay. But I was hoping, you know, to get close. But it's not going to be as close as 669. Because those were like the same vibe for real. I do think this palette, though, is more grungy than Mission XXX. Just because of how the lethal shadows are that are in this palette. And I do think this has a little more depth in it, even though it looks bold. But these colors, like, that's dark. And even like the inner corner shade, this one, that's dark to me anyway. But I love these shades. When you see this, you'll have already probably seen the live stream. My lethal order came in today. It said it would be here between the 3rd and 10th of February. I checked my mail today. Today is January 30th, and it was in my box. I don't know how long it's been in there because I hadn't checked my mail in like 5 days. So I was surprised that it came so quick. Like, seriously. It's never come before the estimated dates. It has come like 2 days after the estimated date, but never, ever, ever has it come before the estimated date. So I was really surprised and excited. And so we're ready for next Monday's live stream, the first live in February. But that'll have happened by the time you see this video, I think, probably. Yeah. So we're going to leave that like that, even though this side is more rounded. This side has that sharpness. We're still going to leave it. We're going to take this brush, excuse me, no shadow on it. I am seriously sweating. And we're just going to, I kind of want to bring that purple over, and it's not even purple. I kind of want to bring Exosphere over a little bit, but I don't want to add more on the brush. So we're feathering here to blend And then whatever is able to drag, we're going to drag. And it did drag just a little bit because I can see that line right here and the faint line right here. So, y'all, my face is really sweating. You know what? I should have sprayed that spray already because it's supposed to help resist sweat, to help your makeup resist sweat. And I don't really want to pat my face because it might pull the makeup off. This is the brush we use for the finishing powder. Yeah, y'all, it's hot in here. And this shirt is really warm too. It's not a thermal shirt, but it's warm. Now we're gonna do lower lash line. We're gonna put Rise from the Ashes on lower lash line. Did we do that for the last look? I don't remember. There was something different. Oh, for our pencil liners we use, it was different colors in the Mission look, but because I was using all the same stuff I used yesterday, we used the same ones we had yesterday. So our lash line and Inner Rims liner is a different color than the Mission look. So we're gonna put that there. Ooh, I like this shade under here. So this is that. This is the brush that had the cashew powder, because I do see some fallout, just a little bit. Where is that, the highlighter? Because that highlighter was really bold. So it might be the highlighter for all I know. I am sweating. So that's it for the shadows. We're going to edit out, excuse me for the clank, upper lash line, liner, mascara, and the lip, and we'll be back, y'all. This is short. We're at 8 minutes, almost 9 minutes for this portion of the video, so I'm wondering if I want to add a third look. I don't know. We'll be back. Everything will be done. This is our finished look, y'all. I am loving this mascara. And it is one that I would actually purchase. We're going to do the spray. It's the Beyond Mascara from City Beauty. So I can barely feel this. I'm like, is it there? But this is what we have. I'm going to slide to the right. This is a picture of look number 1 and 2 again. I do think the vibe is there just because of the colors, the brightness, the boldness, and the dark ones where they're dark. I love this. I love Exosphere because it's that purple and then it's blue. And it's just like, wait a minute, what? I really dig it. And I don't mind Rise from the Ashes being a darker sort of gray for the inner corner. I love it on the lower lash line too, y'all. So let me know what you think. I'll see what the time looks like. Excuse me. If we're good for time, we will go ahead and do look number 3. Excuse me. But I think 3 and 4 were in the same video. So maybe I'll do look 5. I think we did by itself. But we'll go ahead and jump into look number 3 for this palette. But it's actually look number 5. From the actual Mission XXX palette. And so yeah, I'm here. I know I said I was going to do the intro. Yeah, some stuff is going on as usual. So we're going to take Mycelium, this shade down here, and we're going to put this on our tear duct area. One of my cousins' mom went in a hospice today, and so my head is kind of messed up about that. And so I don't know. I know I'm going to be back and forth visiting and just, laying eyes on her. Because my cousin works. And so she can't be there as much as she wants to be there. So, I'll be filling in. But, yeah, so that's the reason for my mood today. If those of you who know me are like, she seems a little off. I am. Now we're going to take this right here. This is a Exosphere. And we've been using this a lot lately. No, actually, we were supposed to take, Biome, which is this shade all over the lid. I feel like we've been using this a lot. I am realizing that Mission XXX did have a lot of variety in it. And a lot of the looks that I used, that dark purple, I'm using this one because it shifts purple. And then I'm thinking, what if I just go into another palette for purple? But then that would defeat the purpose. Excuse me. And this is an inspired look. You know what I mean? Not trying to see how close we are. But looking at the pictures, I'm just like, yeah, this is their own thing. But we're here and we're doing this look. So I'm going to go ahead and do the intro. Excuse me for the beginning of this video, because yeah. So, hello and welcome. I know y'all been here or skipped to this part of the video. But my name is Dion and I call this the Crazy Troll Nation of YouTube. Crazy, why? Because I want you to know it's okay to just be your authentic self. And so many times we may feel like we can't, or we're overly concerned with what people may think. Should I do this? Should I do that? Should I say this way? Maybe I shouldn't have done such and such that way. And I'm here to tell you it's okay. Just be who you are. And the troll part is not caring too much about the beauty community standards. You set the standard for yourself. You'll hear you must use this brand, you must use this tool, you must use this technique. And I'm here to tell you, use what you want to use, however you want to, with whatever tools you want to get your makeup on in a way that you are satisfied with it. Because here at the Crazy Troll Nation, we are about self-acceptance and self-love. Excuse me, embracing our natural features and enhancing them if we want to, when we want to, but never feeling like we have to. Try not to feel like you're not put together if you leave the house without mascara and lip gloss, which I do see quite often in comments. And not just here on YouTube, but in other places too. Like, I have to have on mascara, I have to have on, lip gloss. It's okay to just be who you are. The bottom line here is love yourself for who you are and for how you look, even when you're not wearing face paint. And next we're going to take Exosphere, this shade here. I feel like we've been using this a lot too. Y'all love this shade. I love all of these shades. I think at this point we have used everything in here. And so I do feel good about that. But I do feel like we're BYOP and Exosphere heavy. And this shade, Rise from the Ashes, because it seems like we're using those quite often. But that's okay. If you don't know, I curse sometimes. And also there's an organism that lives in my throat that randomly hiccups, gurgles, and belches. And I do always try to be aware of it so that I can say excuse me. Every now and then one will get past me, but I do try to be aware of it, because even for a troll, that's like just nasty. Even though it's something like we all deal with every now and then. But anyway, so that's the intro, and that's 2 little tidbits about me if you're new here. And if you are, thank you. I do have some new subscribers. I see you and I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. I have in my calendar, you know what, the shapes are good. I'm looking at the outer corner. I do have in my calendar to schedule all of my February live streams, but part of me is like, just schedule like 1 week at a time, because, I don't know what's going to happen. But then I could always schedule it, reschedule it, if I need to. But, y'all, these shades, look at this blend here. Look at these dual chromes. Look at how... And from this angle, this looks blue, and then this looks like it's a white, and then you have this, but this is all one shade on the center lid. And when I turn, you see that shift. It's like a gold type something. Down here, I am seeing like a shimmer pale blue, and then it turns to that green and burgundy type shift. But y'all, oh my gosh. So I'm looking at the shapes, looking at the space up here. Just making sure that they're as even as I can get them without doing too much more. Because the more I do sometimes, it's like, you need to just stop. And now we're going to take Numb, this shade here, as our transition shade. And we are just going to tap straight in. And we are going to put this on the top edge of these lid shades. Let me know how you guys are doing. Yeah, it's just crazy. The politics and the things that are happening. I was watching a few videos a day. That's nice. And it was breaking down DEI for those who don't know. It's not just a black thing. It was for like rural Americans. And who benefited most from that was Caucasian women. And they didn't realize that. So some people are losing their jobs and they're just like, wait a minute, what? And it also benefited, well, Caucasian women, they were the most percentage that were being helped. Black people were the least percentage. We were only like 4% of those that benefited from DEI. And veterans were affected, disabled persons were affected, and special needs people are affected. Because I don't know if you noticed, but if you shop a lot when you go in certain stores, it may be a neurodivergent or a special needs person that greets you at the door, like that type of thing. And as far as physically disabled people, you know, having access to the building, having bathroom stalls that they can get in and out of in their wheelchairs. And so it's a whole lot more to it than a whole lot of people thought. And it's just really like, y'all voted for this though. Y'all voted for this. But this is not a political video. Part of me feels like I do want to just, you know, add my voice to the other voices here, but I'm like, this is not that type of channel. And so I do apologize though that in a few videos I do bring it up, because I don't want to just be, you know, I don't want to just flip from makeup to politics. But because that's not a fun topic, and yes, people want to know, people want to hear, but there's a lot of channels for that. And they will tell you, we're going to take Arsenic, this shade here, we're going to put this right under the brow. And there are how to grow your channel type videos that are like, you know, how to grow fast in 2025 is if you see a trending topic, just jump on it. And if you think about it, what's coming up in your feed, not your subscription feed, but just like recommended videos or whatever. If you've watched one political video, I'm sure you have noticed there's a lot more stuff popping up as recommended for you based on that, and seeing new faces and new names. And so it is a thing, and they're doing really well. And I don't want to I don't want to add myself to that number, but I do have a lot of thoughts. And I do think it's legit that people are having, I like that, people are having thoughts, and they do have, you know, this platform to share their thoughts. But it's like, it's just a lot. And I don't want to add to the not official news type stuff. But let me know what you feel about that. Like, do you want to hear like my thoughts on stuff or not? I really like this, and I think we're even just about for both sides, where the colors are for both sides. I like this look. We're going to take Exosphere, and we're going to put this on our lower lash line. So that's where I am. That's what's going on in my life. It's just, part of me is like, when is it going to stop? And we know it's never going to stop. The only constant is change. Stuff is always going to be happening. I realized that if I swipe this shade, it creates fallout. So I'm going to just tap it and, not tap it, but press and wiggle, because I did get a few flakes down here. I tried to, for the most part, I used the same face products that I used in the previous two clips, so that way I won't have to redo a thumbnail. And then I'm like, how am I going to get that two different flat lays in the thumbnail? But so I did use similar stuff. And I'm only, y'all know I only have a few brands of bronzers, blushes, and highlighters and finishing powders. And so it's the same brands, but I may have used different colors. I think I did use different colors today, because I wanted something a little bit darker, because these colors in here, they can carry, you know, having a bolder blush, bolder bronzers, you know what I mean? Where some palettes, if it's really light, listen to me, like I'll be doing what they say to do. If you have a light look, have a light face or whatever, but this palette can carry deep colors on the face. And so I do love that for that. So that is it for this, for the shadows in here. We're going to do, I didn't even use this brush. We're going to do upper lash line, and I'm trying to think, I think I want to do a purple, and I wish, excuse me, I wish I had a dark purple. Well, this is dark. This is from England, and it's number 75. So we're gonna, but that'll blend in over here though, unless we add a little funk to it. And so I'm thinking of maybe putting, excuse me, number 84, maybe just doing like an extra double wing over here, because that'll play off the yellow, which is the dual chrome, because here you don't see it, right? But you see it over here. And when I turn this way, you don't see it here, but you see it over here. So y'all, so we're going to be back. I pulled out the Beyond mascara to use. I think we're going to do, yeah, let's just do a black lip, and I might top it with Kaboom. So we're going to do all of that, and then we'll come back and we'll be done. This is our look, y'all, and I am digging it. Yes, y'all, I was second guessing using this liner brush, right before I started, after I put product on it, and I was thinking I should have used this one because then I can just stamp it. But it worked out well using this MAC 220 because I was just 210, excuse me, because I wanted to just get it straight on top of the purple. And I'm proud of myself. So let me know what you think of these looks. I do think this is going to be it for this video. And yeah, no longer buys. Love yourself for who you are, for how you look. Self-acceptance, self-love. That's what we do here on this channel. Stuff is popping up over here for you to watch. Excuse me, and if you have time to stay, I would love to have you do that and join, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Thank you, and you will see me soon.